Head's all-time innings steers Australia to famous win. Travis Head's sensational knock flipped the script on England's beleaguered Bazballers and romped home to win on the second afternoon. An Ashes test with a plot less believable than a bad Netflix movie was decided by the blade of a rampaging Travis Head, whose match-winning century for the ages ripped the heart out of England and gave Australia an improbable 1-0 series lead at Perth Stadium. England went from Bazball brilliant to boiled lollies in under 24 hours as Head's barnstorming 69-ball ton, the second fastest in Ashes history behind Adam Gilchrist's 57-ball effort over the Swan River at the Waka Ground almost 2 decades ago, fired the hosts to an 8-wicket win inside 2 days. The South Australian cult hero's latest knock for the ages came despite, or maybe because of, his last-minute promotion to open as Usman Khawaja was unable to take his regular spot for the second consecutive day due to back spasms. Head cracked 4 sixes and 16 fours on the way to an epic 83-ball 123, teaming up for another important union with fellow 2023 World Cup final hero Marnus Labuschagne, 51 not out from 49 balls, this time the pair putting on a 117-run stand. The pair shared a warm embrace when Head was finally caught in the deep with 13 runs still to get. But the England speed demons who had left Australia battered and bruised when they rolled them for only 132 on Saturday morning lost all menace when they were forced to front up to bowl for the second time in as many days. Ben Stokes refused to deviate from a short ball barrage, despite the pace of its main exponents, Jofra Archer and Gus Atkinson, dropping below 130 kph after they had hovered around the 150 kph mark a day earlier. The injury-prone Mark Wood, meanwhile, puzzlingly bowled just 3 fourth-innings overs. Head celebrated his rapid 100, the third fastest by an Australian in tests, and quickest ever in the 4th innings of a test, with a twirl of his bat and an understated first pump before the almost 50,000-strong crowd launched into a "We Love Head" chant. Third-day ticket holders were surely the only home fans who left the Burswood Arena disappointed. "I feel sorry for the people who can't come tomorrow," Head confessed, speaking to Seven. It was an unfathomable turn of events from only hours earlier when England were 105 runs ahead of their opponents with 9 wickets in hand on a surface that appeared to have flattened out after 19 first-day wickets. The efforts of Mitchell Starc, who took 3 to 55 to give him 10 victims for the match for the 3rd time in his career, and the resurgent Scott Boland, 4 to 33, saw England set Australia just 205 to win after they looked certain to require several hundred more. It might have been an even smaller total to chase had tail-enders Atkinson, 37 off 32, and Bryden Carr's 20 off 20 not kiboshed 50 for the 8th wicket. Khawaja had tweaked his back leaping for a Jamie Smith edge that went flying over the slips cordon, stiffly leaving the field later in the over and not emerging for the remainder of the day. It meant Jake Weatherald walked out with his second new opening partner in as many innings. Head was at least more familiar than Labuschagne, who opened in Khawaja's place on Friday, with the pair having played school cricket against each other in Adelaide before becoming teammates at South Australia. Weatherald, fresh off a first-innings duck, gave a cheeky smile after taking 11 balls to score his first test runs. He showed off his square-of-the-wicket chops, but after surviving an incorrect caught-behind call on 7, top-edged Bryden Carr's onto his helmet and into the hands of Ben Duckett on 23. The 75-run opening salvo nonetheless proved vital to the extraordinary Head Labuschagne onslaught that followed. England's increasingly flagging seamers repeatedly bashed an increasingly soft ball into an increasingly placid pitch as Head ramped, lofted, pulled, and hoiked balls over and through the extravagant spread fields laid out by Stokes. Labuschagne brought up his half-century off just 49 balls after Head departed with a towering 6 off Joe Root's part-time spin before Steve Smith hit Carse for the winning runs through the offside. Putting ones in front of zeros is normally the domain of computer programmers. This test, the scorers have been working in binary. For the 3rd time in 2 days, the batting team slumped to 1-0, with Zach Crawley bagging England's first Ashes pair this century.